Hello, I'm Lynne Dibley and welcome to Dibleys Nurseries. I'm just going to show you around our greenhouse where we grow all our foliage plants. This is our second greenhouse in size and we grow all our begonias down here and an awful lot of other different varieties of plants. So we have begonias like Begonia Black Knight, which has this lovely dark foliage. These are the growing benches where we choose the plants off that go to garden centres and we take to flower shows to sell. So there's all manner of different colours of the foliage of these begonias. These are all Begonia rexes. We've got spiral leafed Begonia Namur, lovely silvery green. And then Begonia Curly Fireflush, which has beautiful red velvety leaves as the young leaves, and then they get bigger and have a spiral on them. So we have all sorts of colours on here, and these are all growing on capillary matting, which was dampened by irrigation, and the irrigation goes through here in the springtime about every other day. We also put foliage feed through the irrigation, so not foliage feed through the irrigation, and the plants pick up the feed and the water from the irrigation. This is a lovely different form of begonia, and it has a lovely zingy yellowy green foliage, Begonia Marmaduke. That's a lovely one, that is. That stays quite small and it has these really nice pale pink white flowers. Another nice begonia, but I think they're all nice, is Begonia Blackberry Swirl. Another one with a swirl in the leaf. Makes a nice tight habit, that one does as well. And then other plants we're growing down here are spider plants, chlorophytum. We have a lot of those. Those are so easy to grow from the little offshoots. You just plant them into the compost and they just grow away really easy and quickly by themselves. Some of the other plants we have down here, we have a lot of different forms of Tradescantia. This is a nice form, bridal veil, and it has these lovely little white flowers, makes a really nice contrast to the green foliage. That makes a really nice hanging basket plant. Another type of plant is the Plectranthus. These make really good bedding plants. You can put these out for the summertime. That one, really nice variegation, Begonia Madagascariensis Lynne. It's a bit of a mouthful, so as plant we propagate and grow, we just nickname it Mad Lynne, which is quite amusing for us working here. And Plectranthus Mona Lavender, it grows quite tall and has beautiful blue flowers in the summertime, but the foliage underneath is this beautiful purple black, and it's really nice if you're growing it and you can look up into the foliage. Another contrasting Plectranthus is Easy Gold. This stays quite low growing and it's more prostrate than some of the other forms, and again makes a really nice bedding plant. All the Plectranthus have a really interesting scent to the foliage, a bit minty like. They are in the same families as the mints and sage group of plants. And another Tradescantia is Fluminensis, and this has a lovely variegation on the foliage. That's a very popular house plant. And this is an Impatian Auricoma bicordata, and it grows quite tall to about 2 to 3 foot, but has these lovely orange flowers at the tips. Again, great as a bedding plant. These plants look so exotic if you put them outside in the summertime and create a bed of this type of plants. On this side we have some bigger begonias. These are second year plants and they're growing in 17 centimetre pots, so quite large. The majority of the begonias we sell, the first ones I'm showing you, they're in 12 centimetres. And that's what's, it's a good plant size to start your plant off in. And then other forms here, this is pink champagne. It's a lovely pink foliage, quite a simple foliage but very effective as well. Something slightly more unusual, we get the Begonia Carolina folias, which, if you're not really aware, you wouldn't really think this was a begonia. The foliage is cut up so it has all these little leaflets, but it grows from a really tough rhizome trunk, and that is, you treat this plant like a succulent because that is basically a water store, so they don't like to be too wet all of the time, and it has this lovely pink foliage flowers on them as well. Further down we have all manner of other different bits and pieces. This is a really nice Tradescantia Maiden's Blush, great as a bedding plant, has some lovely pink tinge to the foliage. And over here we have Coleus. We've got about 50 or 60 different varieties of Coleus in our collection here, and these plants are fantastic. Grow them inside in a bright sunny spot or outside in the flower bed. The brighter you grow these, the stronger the colour of the foliage becomes. So sometimes you might find through the winter time that the foliage goes a little bit dull, but that's due to lack of light generally. Once they get into springtime, harden them off to full sun and they'll love it, and they'll just come out these brilliant vibrant colours. So this is an example of some of the different plants we grow in here. We're at the moment we're doing some propagating, getting ready for next year, so we're busy propagating more Streptocarpus. We're taking leaf cuttings all the time, and we propagate all our own plants, so we're continually propagating, growing, and we've got so much stock plants here, and we grow an awful lot of plants that you can't get from anyone else in the country, so that's why we have to grow and propagate our own plants. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the plants we grow in our nursery, and if you want to come and visit us, we are open during the summertime.